Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. Cooking with Joel today. We're going to do something different today. We're going to be making my grandmother's breaded meat. Basically what breaded meat is, it's a breaded pork tenderloin that we're going to cut into sections. We're going to pound it out really thin and we're going to fry it. I'm fortunate to have a deep fryer, but if you do not have a deep fryer, don't fry. You can actually do this on the stove, and I'm going to teach you how to do it both ways. It's a little bit more complicated to do on the stove because you have to watch what your temperature of your oil is. But it's a lot of fun. It's a very good meal. With this, we're going to be serving mashed potatoes, but you could pretty much serve it with almost anything. My grandmother, when she used to do it, when she was alive, she used to do it with mashed potatoes. She would do it with dumplings. She would do it with her spaghetti, her version of spaghetti. You could have a salad with it. She always made a cucumber salad. We're going to do just probably a basic green salad tonight. So stay tuned as we make breaded meat. Okay, I'm back. What you're going to want to do with your pork tenderloin, and we're going to be using pork tenderloin. I'll be right back, or I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to pull the pork tenderloin out of the freezer. And you can get pork tenderloin pretty much anywhere, at any grocery store. You'll find them at the butcher shop. Sometimes you can find them pre-wrapped. This is the packaged pork tenderloin that I got at my local Costco. There are 2 per pack. I'm going to try to see if you guys can see it. There's one tenderloin right here, and here's the other. They come 2 of these per package, so you get a total of 4. We're only going to work with 2. I froze the other 2 for later on. And you can do a lot of different things with pork tenderloin. I will say with pork tenderloin, I don't know if you guys can see, there's not a whole lot of fat in a tenderloin. And what that basically means is these need a lot of help to be full of flavor. The more fat you have on a piece of meat, the more flavor that piece of meat is going to end up having. These don't have a lot of fat on it, and the fat, you're going to see what we're going to do with when we start making the breaded meat, what we're going to do with the fat. We're actually going to cut most of the fat off because you don't want that in your breaded meat. But if you were going to do tenderloin as a whole, you're going to want to keep the fat on because that's going to help enhance the flavor of the meat. About 2 hours before you start working with your breaded meat, pounding it, take it out of your refrigerator and let it get to a room temperature. So I'm going to put it in the microwave. Don't turn your microwave on. Just let it naturally get up to temperature. You're going to find out it's a lot easier to do some of the steps when it's warmer than if it was ice cold. For this, you're going to need pork tenderloin. You're going to need flour, eggs, breadcrumbs, and oil. Now, I go to my local GFS store and I get a great big thing of oil because I use oil for multiple things. I use oil when I fry my grandmother's donuts, when I make the breaded meat, when I make fried chicken, when I do like cheese sticks. So I buy oil in bulk, but you don't need to. You can use Crisco for this recipe. You can also use vegetable oil if you want. You could pretty much use almost any oil that you want. And like I said, if you're not fortunate or you just don't have a deep fryer, don't fry it. You can actually do this on the stove, or you could even do this in a pot that is able to turn into a fryer. I'm going to show you my fryers later on. It's only 12:15, so we're not going to start this until much later today. But stay tuned. Okay, hi all. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Kitchen Talks with Joel, and I'm going to be talking about a tool that we're going to be using for a cooking video today, and that's this guy. You'll notice that one side is smooth, and one side has these grooves, and I'm going to do a close-in so you can see these. This is a tenderizer slash mallet that you would use when you pound out meat. You can also use this to tenderize steaks, some roast when you pound. We're going to be dealing with the flat side today. For the breaded meat videos that I'm going to actually start filming today, we're going to be using this gadget. It's a very handy tool to have in your kitchen. You can find these pretty much at any store that carries cooking utensils. You can also find it online. It's just a good thing to have in the kitchen. They come in different shapes, sizes. They also come in a variety of different prices. From, I think this one was probably $30 some odd, all the way to a couple hundred. The ones that are more expensive are usually the Italian ones that have a handle and they have a marble base. And those are solely used for pounding out things that are thin. I don't have one of those just because I don't do a lot of pounding, but when I do breaded meat or I do chicken parmesan, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, when I do the pataki, which I will teach you guys later on how to do, you're going to need one of these handy gadgets to pound your meat thin. And when we talk about thin, and we're talking about making breaded meat today, these pork tenderloins are very, very wide and thick. What we're going to do eventually is we're going to cut them and pound them out to where they're about 1/4 of an inch thick to make our breaded meat. So you're definitely going to want one of these. Without this, you won't be able to do the breaded meat recipe. So stay tuned and follow me as we make breaded meat today.